Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018 in his 3rd season in the NFL. It's Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
27.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. To actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should have put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
9-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10.
Here's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but the only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
The tight end, the ball carrier. Fumble on
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
No quarterback likes to throw an interception, but I don't think that we're going to see a rash of them now from Drew Brees because he's gotten more accurate as his career has gone on. He had a string of 12 straight years in the middle of his career where he threw 10 or more interceptions each season. But now these last 3, 8 interceptions, 5 and 4, and that's over the course of 42 regular season games. That's 17 interceptions, but in that same stretch, he's throwing 82 touchdown passes as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, if you're a fan of Baker Mayfield, you're hoping that the problems of last season don't resurface here in this one. Remember, he threw 21 interceptions last year, 2nd most in the NFL behind Jameis Winston. Maybe the expectations were a bit too large for he and his team last season. Probably pressed it a little bit, trying to make too many spectacular plays.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big... And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Number 20.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
First down and goal to go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Saints nothing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. The touchdown pass, Mayfield to Landry. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Getting set to go again here, the Saints and Drew Brees march out there again on offense. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown-to-interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. He'll find his tight end, it's Adam Troutman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Brees now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
1st down.
Yeah, you can cover Michael Thomas however you want to. Guys in the short zone, deep zone, mid zone, 2, 3, 4 defenders. He finds a way to get open. 149 catches in 2019, a new NFL record for receiving. Any route you want him to run, he can do it, and he finds his way open.
1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And Brees is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Mack Wilson. The 40. The 20. 10.
Do what we do.
And
Do
he'll
what
score.
we do.
Touchdown, Browns. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Again.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Marcus Williams on
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
New Orleans.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 65 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Peoples-Jones returning.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10. At their own 30.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. And the bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception.
It's okay.
Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At at their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season, but CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night, and then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday, and then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night, that feels like an old school kind of a game, doesn't it? And now we'll have Andy Dalton at quarterback for Dallas. And Green Bay, Tampa Bay, that's simple. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. And Cleveland, Pittsburgh, how great is this now to feel like it's the old AFC North battle with Cleveland fully in the fight?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I don't even know why.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Downfield offense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check, 93's the mic.
On first down, Breeze. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it, Emmanuel Sanders. 40 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Lining up for the point after.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Peoples-Jones returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Still comfortably on top. 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Mayfield to throw it. Quickly into the hands of Becker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
For the Cleveland Browns.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season, believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
14. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16.
The Saints again ready to go on offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
23 yards.
Every time Michael Thomas makes a catch, I can't help but marvel about the 2019 season. 149 catches, but how about the receiving?
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Jarvis Landry. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
1 yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns.
Extra point.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Cody.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Saints.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and they'll get him down right about the 20.
Number 27, Kareem Hunt. The
tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Down at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
8 yards to go on second down.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. His throw caught at about the 5. Adams touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now Parkey for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Parkey for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. They run with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. And that's caught. by Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
You mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. Getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
He's set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Now Breeze.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Breeze.
Oh, wait, hold everything. And timeout has been called.
A gain of 20.
Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
One final try here for Breeze. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.